Alright, now I'm going to do the age-old wine glass lesson. Okay? And I think this is one of the atypical things that you do with curves, is create a wine glass or a wine bottle. So I'll show you this, and this is a perfect way of showing revolve. Okay? So first off, let's make linear lines, and I can go in here and hit X on the keyboard and start a line from here to here, and maybe a little bit of one right there. Okay? Then I'm going to hit G on the keyboard and switch over to 3 cubic. So know that you can take and switch between 3 cubic and 1 linear. Another thing you can do is snap it to a curve. If I hit C on the keyboard while making a point, notice it snaps this to the actual curve. Okay? So between the combination of C and X on the keyboard, I can create something that looks like this. What I'm going to do is repair this curve after the fact. And I'm just going to draw in a wine glass. And I'm going to be kind of messy with this because I know I can repair the curve a lot. The only thing I can't do is make a one linear line in between it. So what we're going to do is stop right about here. And then go into the vertice and fix the profile of this a little bit. Again, X is your best friend. And in most cases, you can just really control what that curve is going to look like. And also is your best friend is the fact that you can go into curve points and insert knots. Okay, so there we go. Again, I'm just kind of tapering this to make it look a little bit better. And I would even say that this needs to come up a little higher. And I'm not worried about attaching these just yet. But what I usually like to do is keep this snapped to this. And again, here's me snapping this to this. In other words, I could grab this middle part and hit X, get it over the top of this, and it has a hard time at first, but then it snaps. Okay. And depending on what kind of wine glass you make, either like the brandy type wine glass, you know, where it's kind of wider here and then narrower at the top. What I'm going to do is start combining these together. So go in here, object mode. I'm going to connect this one to this one by going into edit curves, attaching the curve. I know I drew those out to be exact, so I'm not worried about surface direction. Okay, and then I'm just going to end up going like this. And I'm going to hit X on the keyboard and snap this to this curve right here, or this grid. And then kind of manipulate these back and maybe get rid of a few. So in this case, I want to get rid of this one. And then drag this one down. Now notice that I had to hit X and I clicked it here and then I dragged it down without X on. Okay, and that what that does is finish out the profile of the glass. All I need now to do is connect these two together. Now I can connect them via blend, attach curves, square box, and I can go to blend and attach them. And what's going to happen is it's going to force it down quite a bit. So in some cases with blend, it's much better to connect, attach, Whoops. And then add a new curve in here, or a new point. Insert a knot. And then take that vertice and move it around until you get a good blend. Okay. And let's go back to curve point and insert one here and insert another one right here. And now we're going to make that lip of the glass. And it's these details that I'm looking at. Alright, now clean up the curve. Notice these curves are really hard to tell which ones go where. Like, even though this dot is way over here, it's actually being applied to the other curve but down below. Alright, now that we've made this thing and it's all attached, what we're going to do in the next video is look at the revolve command.